My name is Rhapsody. Welcome back to Slay the Spire. We're going to be doing a standard silent 15. Come on, poison me. It's possible we can snipe out 2 elites with this, and you know I gotta try. Early backflip. And then I'll remove a defend. That's just a mega upgraded defend right there. Let's take an early caltrop here, just in case. And yes, I go to this space despite the fact that I know it's... Ooh, backstab, thank you. Despite the fact that I know the next space is a shot because I know it's not an encounter. Please don't be a fight here. Yes. Use caltrops for a relic? Sure. Yeah, I actually wouldn't make that trade again given the opportunity. So I have the ability to kill this elite, or this elite, and this elite. This gets us 2 rests, though. I'll upgrade backstab and neutralize in these 2. Goodbye sentries and hello to Whetstone upon pickup. Upgrade to random attacks. Ooh, I mean, now it's upgrade the Noxious Fumes, naturally. I know, I don't have to fully commit with just a backstab to a defensive deck. To an aggressive deck, rather. Gambling chip at the start of each combat, draw any number of cards and then discard any number of cards and then draw that many. The reason that's so important for us right now is because that's going to help us set up our Noxious Fumes on turn 1. Old coin upon pickup, gain 300 gold. Damn, our resources are getting really good, and that's Crippling Cloud. Great. We're a poison deck. We are now a poison deck through and through. We're gonna need more defense in here, so like leg sweep, dash. Would I take dash? I'd probably take dash. Can't believe I was offered both of those there. Oh, the game is listening to me. The game is clearly listening in. And it's much appreciated, video game. If you could just, what do I even need past this point? Catalyst and another leg sweep? But I'll settle for deadly poison, game. If you say so, then I'm afraid I'm bound to agree. Very likely to use the Ghost in the Jar next turn to save us a bunch of HP. Oh, never mind. How about I just naturally defend against it all entirely? My god. This Noxious Fumes is suddenly going to start killing all of these enemies as well, by the way, so we're totally fine past this point, I believe. Crippling, and then defend. So sure, I will take 2 damage this turn, but the frontliner dies by the next turn. It's worth it. At least in my reckoning. And great. We've got him. We've got him. Only took 2 damage in that combat as well. This is a really, really good early poison. Snecko Skull? No, Bronze Scale. Start each combat with 3 thorns, but that's still great as well. Take a backflip. 1,000 cuts is not necessary as our damage engine right now, so we can avoid it. Crippling Cloud is like negative... How much is the enemy board right now? Do I need Noxious Fumes? Maybe I don't need Noxious Fumes. Oh, but it's leg sweep if I get leg sweep, right? So, yeah, that's why I'm throwing Crippling Cloud. Yeah, it's leg sweep and Noxious Fumes. Damn. So Noxious Fumes, I'll Survivor. Defend as well. And then weaken one of you. Okay. As long as I found a way to get out of this without taking any damage, it's the most important thing. Because, like, my immediate go-to was, or rather, my immediate goes-to were all options that would have resulted in me taking a pretty significant amount of damage. I'm glad I took a little longer to think about it. And end my turn. Beautiful, we're all good. Bane, no. All out attack, no, we actually have enough. I'm comfortable. Leg sweep, crippling cloud, and deadly poison. All of these desperately want upgrades. I'm gonna go for the crippling cloud, just because AoE is so important next floor. Only thing that I would change here is I would play... Yeah. I would have played a Noxious Fumes if I got it, but if I didn't get it, then it's fine. I'm just getting myself closer to my next Noxious Fumes. Noxious Fumes at the absolute bottom of the deck. Wild. Shame to miss out on Deadly Poison there, but Noxious Fumes is far more important. Yeah, I think we're now at the point where we basically just defend until this combat is over. Corpse Explosion is an obvious priority for us right now. That is to say, in terms of what the enemy could hit. I'm just going to keep the enemy weakened here. Deck is thin enough that I'm pretty sure they were guaranteed to be weakened regardless, but eh. Happy to have it regardless. Come on. God, one catalyst. Like, just a catalyst is all this deck needs. 12. And if I can block for that 12, then I can just wait out the turn. Beautiful. Actually have the enemy kill themselves, even. Fear Potion, garbage for us. Envenom, also not that good. Iron Glass Knife, provide a little bit of AoE, but they provided an anti... well, one of them provides AoE, the other one provides direct target damage. But kind of anti-synergistic with the way the deck is currently running, so no. Yeah, we're not going to invalidate the Velvet Choker often here. Unless we picked up, like, a bunch of bursts and escape plans and things like that out of nowhere, which we'll just avoid now. Shouldn't be a problem for us. I can get like 2 really early shops here. I think that's probably going to be necessary so that I can go for 3 elites this floor. Okay. I'll keep Deadly Poison. Leg sweep, backstab, Deadly Poison, Noxious Fumes seems like a pretty good first turn to me. Missed out on Crippling Cloud, but not everything can be perfect. Keep the enemy as poisoned as possible. Okay with taking 8 this turn. I think I'm okay with taking 8 this turn. That's fine, because the enemy's dead next turn anyway. Beautiful. So I didn't have to debate the value of extra turns past that point. Sneaky? No. Cloak? Obviously not. Poison Stab? Definitely not. Poison Potion? Is that better than a Skill Potion for us right now? It's possible. Depends on the elite. Depends on the elite. Calipers. At the end of your turn, retain 15 block, lose 15 block rather than all of it. That is incredible for us. I think here I just naturally remove a strike. And then do nothing else. Yeah, I'll take defends when they're offered. But then naturally losing the strike is a lot better. And we can make away with a little bit of our money left over for a later shop opportunity, as I like to call them. There's one coming up really soon as well. fine. Ouch, though. We'll take the 4 damage there. Go for leg sweep, crippling cloud. And then the enemy's dead in the next turn anyway. Beautiful. First elite coming up. After... Ooh, backflip. No, too many backflips. We've got a lot of draw in the deck and it's fine, but we need just like singular big defensive things. Masterful Stab would be okay if I had better defense, but I don't yet. Alright. Going for the extra elites here. Hopefully I don't regret it. Ugh. Oh, garbage opener there. Here's a lot of our setup in the next hand. So I've had to take 7 damage so far this combat, but yeah, it looks like we're gonna get out of it pretty easy. After that, fine. Fine, I'll accept it then. Not like I have too much of a say in it though. Ugh, God, the fights are just getting harder before the actual elites even come out. Let's keep the frontliner weakened into eternity. Make sure they're poisoned as well. So we're still 1 off the Velvet Choker there, and that is basically the turn where we play the most cards, so I feel like we're pretty safe in terms of Velvet Choker. Five, so it prevents 9 damage this turn if I Ghost in a Jar? No, it can be so much better than that. And it will be so much better than that in the upcoming Elite combat. Leg sweeps in the next hand. So at the very least, I know that I'm safe for that. God. I love how many ways that the enemies take damage that we're just not really influencing. The thorns, the poison from previous turns, at the very least, we're not necessarily influencing. That kind of thing. Okay. Okay. Stab, strike, 1 target down. Yeah, got the Crippling Cloud at the absolute worst time, of course. At the very least, the Gremlin Leader is weakened if they are going to attack next turn. And they are. So I can prevent 20 damage this turn with the Ghost in a Jar. That seems pretty useful then. Oh, not 20. Sorry, it's 21. It's 18. Still okay, I guess. Damn, that's actually totally fine. That's gonna kill the summons both by the next turn. I think I also prioritize draw over absolutely everything else because I'm just looking to get back to my deadly poison effectively here. It's really, really important at least one of those targets dies there. Although if I went all backline, would I have been far better off? I think I may have been. Fine. It's exact damage on the lethal there. I'm not taking extra damage that turn. You can't make me. Frozen Egg, whenever you add a power card to your deck, upgrade it. Well, obviously, the power card that we want to add to the deck and immediately upgrade. I'm not going to take Infinite Blades here. It's going to be a problem with Velvet Choker. Obviously, the card that we're going to want to take and immediately upgrade is going to be Footwork. Footwork. But if I see a Noxious Fumes, I'm not going to turn it down. Shame to miss out on Paper Crane here, but that Noxious Fumes fits the build so perfectly as to be essential. Leg sweep. Noxious Fumes, and Backstab. That's a turn 1, if I've ever seen one. That is a turn 1. I'll still be taking a little bit of damage this turn. But the enemy is weakened. We are gaining 6 poison on them every single turn. Dealing damage themselves as soon as they try and attack me. It's all beautiful. It's all gravy, baby. All but 1 on this as well, and we are fine. Beautiful. Oh, what a lovely book of stabbing fight. Gremlin Horn, whenever an enemy dies, gain an extra energy and draw an extra card. Bottled Flame. Upon pickup, choose an attack. Start each combat with that in your opening hand. Neutralize, I guess. I already have Backstab in my opening hand. I mean, this can't be the Book of Stabbing, so it just means the Gremlin Horn is going to be super useful here. Hey, Gremlin Horn against the enemy who lost it. Beautiful. Something semi-poetic about that. Okay. 15. So where's the 15 go here? So 13, least damage I can do in order to kill that sneaky gremlin. That's the least I can do that. And then Noxious Crippling. Fine. So now I have been choked by the Velvet Choker. Officially, it has happened. I guess I'll retain 3 block for next turn. It's kind of the most useful thing I can do there, I think. Definitely have to weaken the backliner. Well, I mean, there's no reason not to kill the frontliner right now, right? Unless I wanted Deadly Poison in my next hand, which I think I did, so... There was a good reason not to do that. Oh well. There's your resummon. Don't attack on the first turn. Beautiful. Not attacking on the first turn is exactly what we needed there. Can we pivot and start attacking the Gremlin Leader? I don't think we can. Still something worth checking constantly, though. Damn it, you're attacking. Just, stop. Please stop. So we will take 6 damage this turn, but we've actually rounded out the fight. Beautiful. It's Collector. No, it's not Collector. It's... Damn it. It's the Champ. Is the Champ that bad? Yeah, the Champ's pretty bad. If the Champ purges all of our poison, then we just die. So... Not Infinite Blades, not in the backflip. Definitely not Endless Agony here. Bullet time. Bouncing Flask? Oh, Bouncing Flask could be useful. Keep an eye on it. Definitely don't want Normality. Oh, good thing I didn't match it. Bullet time? So Bouncing Flask, that's bullet time. So bullet time is pretty garbage. It'll only get worse. Bouncing Flask. Bouncing Flask is pretty good against bosses. Yeah. Single target is probably the hardest thing for us right now, and it helps fix that up. I think I probably do need to start resting, though. Oh, it's tragic, but I think I have to. 1,000 cards comes pre-upgraded, and I'm still about to turn it down? Yeah, I am. Will remove another strike, though. Who needs any attacks? Beautiful. Who needs any attacks in a deck? Not me. Clearly. Otherwise, you have to assume I would have drafted some. Frontliner down. Backliner still not attacking yet. Sorry, but that's a huge mistake, friend. One bad thing about the Gremlin Horn is it's poisoning these enemies outside of their turn. Sorry, it's killing these enemies outside of their turn, rather. So I'm not getting to use the extra energy that I get from it. At the very least, I do get the extra card. Deck spot, another Crippling Cloud. Definitely take that. Deck spot, far more important than a skill potion. Yeah. I'll upgrade the Bouncing Class just because single target damage against the boss. Really important here. Still got choked that turn, but it didn't prevent us from playing anything. And then double Crippling Cloud thereafter. My god. Those first two turns could not have gone better for us. Unfortunately, I cannot actually protect myself against the enemy here, so I'll pivot to poisoning. 14 was the best I could have done. In terms of my own block, that is. Okay. Yeah, by the time the enemy gets towards purging, the enemy is probably going to be so close to dead. That will feel pretty comfortable. Yeah, I'm gonna go Bouncing and Deadly right now as well. Enemy loses 71 that turn. They're gonna try and purge this turn. They lose another 70. Which is not gonna be enough. Uh-oh. And I'm still vulnerable? Incoming damage is a lot of it. Well, I find it relaxing at the very least that exactly what I was concerned about killing us seems to be the thing that's going to kill us. Alright, deck spot might be necessary here. Let's see. I can have it for 13 this turn. But that's also going to make me vulnerable. If I'm dying this turn, I'm dead. If I'm dying this turn, I'm dead. Ryan, what are you talking about? Alright, I think it's possible we actually save this run by doing this. Fine. Wait. The enemy was so low on HP after that, I didn't need to do anything. Damn it. I just wasted 2 potions. At the very least, we got away from that floor, though. After Image pre-upgraded as well. Can hardly turn it down. Even if I don't play that many cards in a turn, that's just 5 extra block. Possibly even 6. Now it's Sozu. Yeah. I mean, I may still end up actually going for the heart after all of this. Surprises me as well, don't worry. Unfortunate I don't get to cast the second Crippling Cloud there. That's what I'm going for all of the extra energy for, just so I can cast them until Doomsday. Unfortunately, I got to take a little damage here myself. Come on, let's get Tori. That would clinch it. Tell me exactly where this run ultimately needs to go. Good. Alright, good fight, good fight. Are there any events this floor that I'm looking forward to in particular? Any event that gives me Catalyst? Is good. Let's shop in the next space. I can remove one of the normalities there. No, it's fight a boss from Act 1, obviously. Almost always is. I care more about my setup here. Just trying to get as many of my powers out on turn 1 as is possible. Ooh, yikes. Despite the fact that we had the enemy weakened, we're still going to be taking 4 damage here. Good lord. Hexaghost, you're absolutely insane. You know that, right? Catalyst is just lurking in the deck, waiting for its day. Oh, it's coming, Catalyst. Do not worry. Woo-hoo-hoo. After a bouncing blast as well. Get that 118 damage. Tincture, whenever you discard a card during your turn, deal 3 damage to a random enemy, as well as another crippling cloud. Yeah, I guess I'll take it. Footwork pre-upgraded, and there's a catalyst as well. Like, you can't turn either of those down in that position. My God, duplicate. It's another catalyst, surely. No, another footwork, actually. Yeah, we need... The catalysts help the poison grow really, really quickly, but the footworks keep me alive while that happens. It's fine. I also just get to deal a bunch of damage to random enemies at the start of each combat. Neat. As I'm just discarding a bunch of cards then. So maybe I should just throw my entire hand? Probably not really, but it wouldn't be too bad. Good lord. Poison decks aren't supposed to be quick. And yet. Ooh. Yeah, this should go to the heart. Piercing Whale might have been a much better choice then. By might, I mean was. Damn. It's definitely defends. Bouncing Flask. I mean, 12 more poison, or do I want to extend weakness as well as... I guess with Catalyst. Fine. So I'll take a little bit of damage here, but... Oh, God. God, really? Defend, defend, defend. This is good for defense. Yeah, we do need just more cards in this deck that just do defense. Because I am... sick of losing so much of my HP here. Yeah, I don't know if we can go for the heart anymore. Just absolutely tragic to have to say, but I don't think it's possible. Get as much extra block as I can this turn. Save it for the next. I have to attack 3 times here for the possibility of killing the enemy. Ooh, looks like I might. Got him. All right, the boot. Regal Pillow, whenever you rest, heal additional 15 HP, as well as a bunch of stuff I can't take. Maybe I want to dash. It's just a big block for me. Taking deflect, actually. It just carries the block from the footworks. See, the problem is, if I do want to go for the hard, I have to go to the left right now after this fight. That's assuming I even get through this fight, by the way, which maybe we shouldn't be assuming. Stack more poison on the enemy just so that the catalyst is a lot better if we happen to get it. Yeah, I could easily just be dead right now. Thankfully, I'm not. But yikes. This is the most defensive turn that I can do. Is just naturally have to do it. Fine, and then Catalyst for the kill, or single Catalyst will do it. I believe both Catalysts are on the bottom of the deck. Yeah, I can't go for the extra elite here. Piercing Whale is neat. But I can't go for that elite. Otherwise, I just lose the run, definitely. So that means I'm no longer going to the heart, which is a little bit dissatisfying to me as well. Oh god, Spire growth is also a problem for us. Yikes. We've got none of our setup on turn 1, which is good, obviously. That's exactly what you're looking for. I'm not going to use a strike at the end of that turn. I'm going to try and keep some block around with the calipers. Keep the enemy weakened with leg sweep as well, I think. It's really important to get the catalyst out there as well. I've got another catalyst next turn. Don't I? No. Don't have another catalyst next turn. It's fine. It's fine. Lower the incoming damage as much as I possibly can, though. Whew, okay, we actually do make it through this combat. Lovely. Could have done that to an elite, but it's possible we also couldn't have done it to an elite. Can't really tell at the time. Warpaint upon upgrade to random skills. I was very much hoping that was going to hit catalysts. Rest here, definitely. Thank you, Regal Pillow, for getting me back on a decent amount of HP so I can fight another boss. It's fine. So I just lost all of my good poison cards there. That's fine, though. We're just going to draw as heavily as we can to try and get back to them as quickly as possible. It's fine. Also, Catalyst on such a tiny value isn't even that useful. Now, those are numbers worth catalyzing. And I will focus, like, exclusively on building extra defense. The Velvet Choker has literally never stopped me from playing a card here, by the way. It's never even impacted the way that I chose to play cards. Oh, wait, no. No, it did stop me from playing 2 defense instead of a leg sweep one time. But also, that was arguably the better move. Keep 1 block for the next turn. Yay! Here's our first catalyst. And hell, it could be our last one as well. We don't even need to play another card. Beautiful. Kunai, every time you play 3 attacks in a single turn, gain 1/2 dex. I will take leg sweep here. I feel like I maybe go for another elite. Come on, Snecko Skull me. After image, Piercing Whale and Crippling Cloud seems pretty good for getting all the enemies to just shut up for a moment. It's also really important that I make sure that those two don't blow up. I'm dealing an absolutely ridiculous amount of damage when they manage to. Yeah. Nothing to worry about now. Definitely not after we have all of that extra block at the end. Alright, just end another turn. There's nothing to consider in terms of my relic. Like, there's no reason to try and stall out for an extra turn or end that turn earlier. Back up on full HP. We could possibly even upgrade directly before the boss. Maybe even upgrade what we might get from this fight. That'll have to do. I mean, like, it completely invalidates the enemy. Or rather, the enemy's current board state, but it's just... eh. Speaking of eh. This. It's definitely footwork, Crippling Cloud, deflect, right? Still need more energy, despite the fact that we've taken exclusively energy relics. Yikes. That dagger is going to be a problem as well. I would have to hit it 3 times with a mounting flask, or 2 times and then once with the strike. Seems a bad idea to try. Hey, never mind. It turns out to have actually been a really good idea. There's not really much else I could have even tried to do that turn, so that's why I had to go for it regardless. Double Catalyst there, leaving leg sweep just to keep up the weakness. Enemy is dead in the next turn anyway, right? Any non-zero draw, yeah, they were. Centennial Puzzle, the first time we lose HP, combat draw 3 cards, as well as Tactician. Tactician's fine in the opening hand, just so that I can cycle it, but that's about it. Where's Smith? Yeah, the Catalysts both need to be Smithed. Damn, the fact that we had to rest so much then, not Smith our Catalysts, was tragic. Yeah, after image, footwork, leg sweep the back line. That was all definitely going to happen. And now setting up on the front line as well. I can't rely on my AoE to take those targets out for me. It's really important I have my own plan as well. Definitely not using Catalyst on them, though. Yeah, I don't want to be caught out when we suddenly get to a turn where the enemies are just out of control. Piercing Whale and Crippling Cloud on the same turn. Hell yes. That multi-attack from the Awakened one suddenly becomes completely pitiful. We have so many powers in this deck that just desperately need to be played when they're drawn. That is a concern of ours, definitely. Sure. That Crippling Cloud is fine. So I probably don't want to... probably don't want to use any catalysts before the second phase of this combat. Until then, I think all I do is just stand here and constantly try and get larger block with the calipers. until the enemy can't really do anything to us. So yeah, like even on this turn, I'll focus on everything except for the damage. Just get the catalyst ready. Okay, no need to play Crippling Cloud here. I just have to gain more than 15 plus whatever the damage the enemy is doing on that turn per turn. That can be a little hard, I guess, but we do it often enough that I think it'll be fine. Yeah. You can see by the fact that, you know, our block total is overall going up. This is the exact kind of thing I was thinking of when I took the calipers earlier, by the way. This exact kind of scenario. It was helped along by the fact that by that time... Did I have a Footworks in the deck by that time? I don't think I did, actually. Don't think I did. But it was helped with the archetype of the deck already being overly defensive. Well, I say overly, just defensive, I guess. Throw out the first catalyst. No, we'll cycle back to it really, really soon. It's fine. And obviously we've got Bouncing Flasks and Crippling Clouds in the deck to make it much better. Now we play our catalysts on draw. Here's number one. Yeah. No doubt left in this whatsoever. We've got it. Makes me feel pretty damn good after that time here to fight last run rather. To actually get one where we pretty much from the start of the game were just completely dunking on the enemy. Goodbye, Awakened One, and thank you for your service, Velvet Choker. Incredibly helpful extra energy with absolutely no downside at that point in time for that specific deck. I'm making a point of pointing it out when it's not doing anything bad, because I feel like a large amount of why people look at Velvet Choker and go, that's complete garbage, is because they think about it in the worst case scenario only. And I think that's the same thing with Snecko Eye, right? Because it is something that comes with such an obvious and tangible downside. If you think about it only in the context of its downside, sure, it's going to be a problem, but you can mitigate that downside. It's totally fine. I think a lot of people have like a what is it? It's like a reverse confirmation bias. Although I guess that's confirmation of something else. So it's like confirmation bias of the Velvet Choker being bad because they only notice it when it's bad because it's so obvious and tangible and restrictive of a limitation. So I want to make it noticeable when it's good as well. For the moment though, my name has been Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Slay the Spire. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves and hopefully we'll see you next time.